So a bit of a late video. I didn't plan to make it this late, but here we are. Obviously before I do get into this, make sure you are downstairs, smashing a like button and also hitting the subscribe button as well. Arsenal 0, West Ham United 2. That is David Moyes' first ever win away at Arsenal, Highbury and the Emirates, for about 20 or 30 games, something like that. Now, before we do get into it, obviously, we're going to go over the starting 11, see what each individual probably performed at. But David Raya didn't do a lot wrong, obviously saved the penalty, but then at the same time, the first goal, he didn't really cover himself in glory with the way he came out. Ben White, in the first goal, tracking, can't remember who it was, but I think it might have been Emerson or someone, tracking them all the way. William Saliba, Gabriel, don't know what they weren't great at all tonight. Zinchenko. Now, the past sort of 3 or 4 games, he's been at fault for every single goal. This guy needs binning immediately. And then we go to the midfield. Martin Odegaard, who I actually thought was our best player, actually trying to make things happen. The only one showing a bit of intent. And look, I don't rate this guy at all, but when he plays well, I'll give props to him. I think he played alright tonight. Last night. Declan Rice. I think he probably thought he was playing for West Ham because, if we're being honest, that's probably his worst performance in the Arsenal shirt. Obviously gave away a penalty at the end as well, which would have made it 3-0, but didn't do much, to be honest. Kept giving the ball away as well, kept passing to West Ham players. Trossard, it doesn't work in this midfield position at all, and we've seen it hasn't worked already in the games such as Brentford, and can't remember what other game it was that he played in there, but it just doesn't work at all. I'd rather have started El Neni or Jorginho if you were going to do that. And then the front line, between them, they just did absolutely nothing. Martinelli, I don't know what's happened to this guy. Bukayo Saka couldn't beat his man to save his life, and then Gabriel Jesus missing about 3 sitters, and if that doesn't tell anyone that we don't need a striker, I don't know what will, because the sitters that Jesus missed, 3 as a bird, backstick header, and you somehow don't even get it on target. Now, if that's any top striker or anyone with a, let's say, striker's brain, they bury that, and I don't understand what he was thinking when he was making that header. He got way too much height on it and not enough sort of direction on that header, and look, I was surprised he never got hooked. And look, that's what 3 points drops. Obviously Liverpool won, so they're above us now. Man City, if they win their game in hand, they're above us on goal difference, and that's Brentford at home, which you'd expect them to win, just like we're expected to beat West Ham at home, but there we go. Obviously Aston Villa are behind us by 1 point. Tottenham, we're lucky they lost because, we're lucky they got pumped actually, because then they would have been a bit closer. And if you look at the table, West Ham are 7 points behind us. That's not a lot if you think about it, and obviously we've given them that win. And as the league standings go, we've got 2 wins in 5 games, 2 losses in there, and then 1 draw at Anfield last week. And we need to do some proper business in January, because we're not going to get anywhere with that squad. But look, it is what it is. Not a great reaction, but we've got to move on to Fulham on New Year's Eve, which obviously the same Fulham that beat West Ham 5-0. So wait to see what happens. Make sure you guys are like, sub and sharing the content, and I'll see you lot in a bit.